Nauseatingly enough, this will be the theme that we will consistently play once we know for sure that SpaceX is coming and we have round the clock, wall to wall coverage with Europe and the final countdown. Actually, which will be completely irrelevant because by that time we already know that SpaceX is coming. A major, major hurdle was cleared yesterday. The Federal Aviation Administration pretty much giving a clean bill of health and saying, yeah, you want to launch rockets? Go ahead. So now we're waiting on...
Just get that license.
Yeah, Space Exploration Technologies, which, by the way, has lots of acres already owned over there near Boca Chica. Joining us on 710 KURV from Brownsville Economic Development is Jason Hilts. All right, Jason, we're trying to be as calm as we can about this and, just not show our emotion. But I can't believe we're this close to launching rockets in South Texas. Please tell me it's going to become a reality.
This is exciting. We're just about there. As you said, this was a major hurdle that was cleared yesterday. SpaceX gave us a call in the morning to let us know it was happening. And I'll tell you, it was quite emotional in our office yesterday morning. Wow. But
yeah, take me there. Take me there. Who was there? How many people did you have? Just the regular staff? And what happened when you guys heard?
It was just our staff. We were actually in a staff meeting.
Yeah.
And the project manager for the project got us on the line and said, just want to give you guys a heads up. It's getting ready to be released. The FAA just signed the documents for the record of decision, and it's a great day.
Yeah.
And so it was very emotional, and then we were able to get the mayor right on the phone. He was up in Dallas, and it was really hard telling him about the project because we were very emotional about it, but it was a great day.
Were you guys crying on each other's shoulders? Were you yelling like crazy people, bouncing off the walls? What was taking place at BEDC yesterday?
I think everything was going on. Everyone was laughing. Everyone was cheering. There were some tears in the office. I mean, you're talking 3.5 years of working this project.
Yeah.
Gilbert wasn't crying, was he?
Yeah, he was in the corner, sucking his thumb in fetal position, all scared with all the noise.
Well, Jason, I guess what you're waiting for now is just the call from Elon Musk himself. Is that correct? Or
what we're waiting for, Tim, is for SpaceX, and hopefully it is Elon who makes the call and says, okay, guys, we have everything in place. We're ready to go, and we are going to build our facility in Brownsville. We're going to do it in the Rio Grande Valley.
How quickly do you expect SpaceX to move on this license application?
I'm not real sure. I mean, what's going to happen is they're going to be able to say, yeah, we're going to go and we're going to start building a facility, and understand that a launch application, they do that for every launch.
I see.
Okay, so it's not really a license to build the launch pad. It's a license to do a given launch because each launch is different. It has its own specifications. And so you have to make an application for each launch to ensure that it complies with the stated decision of record.
We spoke with the Cameron County judge yesterday who says that the county and everybody involved is, making sure that all the I's are dotted, T's are crossed, bases covered. And you still working on things like that, or is pretty much everything set on your end?
From our perspective, in terms of what we have been doing, everything is set.
Any other regulatory hurdles that need to be cleared to build this thing, the launch pad and the warehouses or anything else out there?
It's just working now with the county with the proper permits.
Well, that's easy
to build.
Yeah, that's wow. And when and if Elon Musk says, hey, Jason, what's up? What's up, Jason? We're coming. We're going to be building that rocket launch facility out there. How soon might we see those glistening rockets heading into space? 2 years, 3 years?
I think we're looking, if they said let's go in the next week or two, they're probably looking at the beginning of 2016 to be ready to go.
Wow. And what would they be sending into space? The lighter stuff first? And are they going to be setting up a construction, manufacturing, fabrication facility here in South Texas for the heavier rocket, launch projects that they have? Because it's kind of hard to, travel long distances with it. It would make sense for them to set up that stuff here and assemble the rockets here, don't you think?
Well, it does make some sense to do that, especially with the Falcon Heavy, which is a 27 engine rocket. Last year, during a testimony, Elon Musk spoke to the Appropriations Committee, and he did speak of that fact that if they do bring the Falcon Heavy to a launch site here in Texas, that they would probably set up a facility here just because of the sheer size of the vessel. But we don't know what they're going to start with. What's their launch schedule? So they're going to basically build their launch pad, the assembly facility for a given launch, and then of course the control center and their tracking center, which will be worked together with the University of Texas, or GV.
Jason Hilts from Brownsville Economic Development. He's the president, joining us right now on 710 KURV. Expand on that last thing that you just said about UTRGV and the Brownsville campus. What's going to happen there?
It's exciting. There's a project called Project Stargate, and this is a project that's being worked on by the university with support from the university system and the state of Texas through the Emerging Technology Fund. They're going to build the ground tracking station, which will be utilized by SpaceX on the day of launch.
So UTRGV is going to be mission control?
They're going to be ground tracking.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
When a launch happens, they need to be able to track where it's going and how is it doing. Then that relays information back to mission control.
Where is that? Where is mission control for SpaceX?
Mission control is in Hawthorne, California.
Okay. So that would be there, Houston. So so we would be like the Florida launch site, tracking it for a while, then lobbing it over to the kids in California.
And what's great about this Stargate project, it's going to become a space incubator, and we have a fantastic astrophysics program at UT Brownsville.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, and that was one of the attractions for SpaceX. So those guys, those students, those kids are going to get real life experience.
Wow.
And it's going to be something that's going to be
mind-blowing.
attractive to other space-related industries, because there's going to be CubeSats available on each launch. A CubeSat is basically a cube where someone can put their experiment on.
Oh, boy.
That is awesome.
Nice.
Wow. All right, Jason, we got to cut it off here. We could just keep going. The nerds here in the studio, yours truly included, we could talk about this for hours. Jason Hilts from Brownsville Economic Development joining us on 710 KURV. Stay tuned, people. Keep it tuned right here to 710 KURV. You'll get the latest on what's taking place at the coast on SpaceX.